Pivoine, for which the collection is named, is this design based on Chinese 17th and 18th century wallpapers. It's a fresh interpretation. I love this aqua colourway. Here's the original artwork, painted in much stronger colours to help with the separation between all the different screens. And you'll see it has the traditional elements, peonies, butterflies, buds, and leaves, and these flowers. And then we have another richer colourway called Cocoa, which I think is so gorgeous and sophisticated. This is the grass cloth version of Pivoine, and you can see by removing all the colourful details and just printing it as a silhouette on this wonderful textural grass cloth, it makes a completely different atmosphere in a room. So it's quite contemporary, it's much crisper, and it's very bold and graphic, and I love it with the green and white version of the folia print all combined together. There's a very smart neutral colourway. It's a bit milkier than chocolate, so we've called it latte. And then we also have a very, very chic pale grey blue. The design on the chair is called folia. It's a stylised leaf design named after the Italian word for leaf. It's printed on a heavy cotton linen ground. And you can see it has all these lovely watercolour marks in the background which make the leaf shapes of the design. Here's a close-up of the green colourway, which has these wonderful blue-green colours as well as more yellow-green colours. So it makes a very versatile fabric. Various shades of red make the terracotta colourway, and there's a blue one too. This is our new chinoiserie wallpaper, Nymphenburg, which is named for the Baroque palace in Munich, built in 1675. And you can see the artwork is taken from traditional hand-painted Chinese wallpapers, but it has a very soft watercolour look to it. And it's also on this wonderful ground effect, which has the feel of silver leaf. And here's the second colourway, which has this old gold, rather burnished effect ground, which combines beautifully with the grey-blue flowers and the pop of the plum colour and all these lovely neutrals. Part of the charm of our new Nymphenburg wallpaper is this metallic tea paper-like effect in the ground. So printing it on a slightly metallic ground, it really does give the feeling of silver leaf behind the flowers and foliage. So we've actually created it as a plane as well. It not only works perfectly, as you can see here, as a ceiling paper used with the Nymphenburg, but it also works on its own in a more contemporary way. I called it Amalienburg, which is named after the hunting lodge within the Nymphenburg Palace complex in Munich. The Amalienburg is famous for its ground floor hall of mirrors, and I think this paper really captures the romance and the glamour of that space. It's a really incredible building and very, very inspirational. We've also done it in a gold colourway, which works again in a very contemporary way on its own, but can also be worked with the gold colourway of the Nymphenburg wallpaper. Espalier is a new woven fabric made from cotton, rayon and linen. It does 25,000 turns, and as you can see, it just makes fabulous upholstery. It's named for espalier technique in horticultural practices, making trellises out of branches. Here there's an olive colourway, a paler blue, the blue on the chair, a wonderful terracotta, and finally charcoal. This new wallpaper is called Neptune's Vase, and it's based on a Pietragiura 18th century stone inlay tabletop I saw. And you can see that it has these wonderful vases with Neptune here, coral handles, and these stylized flowers and birds. Shown here with the new Carry printed silk, and here's the other colourway, Golden Flax, which has these very pretty straw and blue colours, and shown with another striped silk. You'll see here in this picture of the Pivoine grasscloth wallpaper that we used our ever popular Audrey silk to trim the chairs, which are upholstered in folia. Well, we're really pleased to introduce 3 new scales. Firstly, we have Ingrid, a tiny micro stripe on the same silk and linen, which is in these 3 colourways. 3 colours of Grace, yellow, red and graphite. That's slightly larger than the Audrey, and then a wide, lovely wide stripe in these 3 lovely colours. And here we've shot all of them together with other fabrics for the collection. Here's the fabric version of Neptune's vase. It's printed on our linen and cotton herringbone mix, so it gives a lovely texture to the artwork. Here's the wallpaper version, which it works very well with. The wallpaper is actually a slightly larger scale. And here's a detail again of the fabric. So I draw and paint everything by hand, often with watercolour. And you'll see how hard we've worked to replicate that watercolour, the soft marks in the artwork onto the fabric itself. The original artwork was taken from a Pietragiura tabletop from Italy from the 17th century. And I love all these details, the stylised flowers, birds, and it's shown with our Ingrid silk and linen weave stripe. Last year we introduced this wallpaper design, Stones of Venice, combination of Italian hand marbled papers set in this trompe-l'oeil 3D effect framework. This is shot at my friend Diana Kelly's antique shop in Alfriston in East Sussex in England, and it makes a wonderful very dramatic effect with all these antiques. For this year, we're introducing Elgin, which is the same idea, but it's without the trompe-l'oeil frames. It gives a more versatile paper so that it's more forgiving when you put it in less structural interior spaces. For example, it would work terribly well up some stairs or, as shown here, above a dado. Here it's shown in the tortoiseshell colourway again. We've done it in Bianco, also in rose pink like the original design. Ocean, shown with this coral, I thought that was appropriate. Blue, end paper, which is my favourite. And finally shown here in situ in a library. Another woven shown here on the stool, Artisan. I called it that because I just felt it had the feeling of something handcrafted. It's rayon and cotton, does 20,000 rubs. It looks great. Here it is close up. It's reversible. So there's this more structural, almost contemporary side of it where the shapes are more defined, but obviously showing all the same colours. Here it is in a close up. And I think of that more of an urban side to the fabric. Then we have the reverse, which is much softer. Both of them have a really beautiful handle, but I just think the look of this is very soft and so usable with the whole collection. Another new woven is Firenze. It's shown as curtains here. And you can see as a close-up, it's a beautiful weave with wonderful texture in it. And also shown there with the frill of the Audrey silk. As a close-up, you can see the different textures of the linen, cotton and rayon yarns. 3 stunning, sophisticated colourways. Whispering Grass is a new embroidery design on 100% linen ground. It's basically a crewel work design, and you'll see this wonderful stitch marks what I love about the design is this openness and the fact that it's based on grasses, reeds, and it has a very, very versatile feel. You could have this by the sea as much as you could in the desert. You could have it in the country as well as in the town. It just has a wonderful repeat. And here we have the green colourway on this natural linen ground.